And I'm gonna introduce you to my co-host, who, in preparation for CutCon
Quan.
2019, sent me nude photos with his clothes on. Sai, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, bro.
Nude photos of my
Oh
clothes
man,
on.
CutCon,
Yo,
let's get it.
gift shop. We will we will have a gift shop.
Gift
Uh,
shop confirmed. CutCon, let's go.
what's up, guys? My name is Scythex, and you can find me on Twitter at slash Scythex underscore twitch.tv slash Scythex, and also on Mixer
Hey, Mixer.
slash Scythex on Mondays only at the moment.
Mixer Mondays, let's go. You can find me on Twitter at Trigun4848. You can find me on my amazing Twitch channel, twitch.tv backslash Trigun411. If I get more than one follower, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Anyway, make sure you download us on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only way we're gonna become famous. So please make sure you do that. Shout out to Fly, shout out to Rock2Fly in the chat. And make sure you download us. So we're gonna jump right into this episode. We got a
Let's do it.
special guest. This really special guest. We're going to introduce you to him in a second. Let's dive into, though, while we're all here, Friday night cannolis. Cannolis will be distributed at CutCon, confirmed. Let's dive with fanny packs and all the glory hole. We'll get into that. Anyway, let's talk about Friday night gaming, because
Yes,
we're
sir.
hardcore gamers. Every Friday we get on. Well, not really us, but every Friday we go hard in gaming. So we actually did a little gaming IRL.
We
For
switched
those,
it up and actually like became social in person.
yo, we actually broke out of our social reject
Yep.
cycle of gaming and went outside the house. And we took a risk, but we did it. We went to Shaunta's house. It was me, Sai, Shaunta, Pac, and then it was Vic as well. Our boy Tone said he was coming, but he was a no social. So shout out to him. And
Shout out for Tone and his broken car. 'Cause I hope
yeah,
that was the reason.
damn, for real. So we dove in. We played poker, ping pong, and mini basketball. And
Dude, everything.
yo, we did it all. Darts, all that stuff. We even shotgunned a beer or two. So
Yo,
real
we
quick,
were shotgun at Brooklyn Summers like idiots.
Brooklyn Summers. Let's get it. Total idiots. Poker was great. For the first time ever getting together, me and Shaunta did not win. Every time we played poker for the last 10 years, Shaunta and I have at least won one game. We basically got our cucks blown in. We got destroyed. I think Pac won the first game, and then Vic won, aka Great Dane. I think he won the second one.
He did. He took me out. Me and him ended up going head to head, and I had 3 aces.
Damn, 1v1?
Yep.
Okay.
I had 3 aces, and
Yeah, Sai was killing it last night,
friggin'
actually.
beat me with a full house on the river. I was like, no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
Yo,
brutal.
I looked over at you a couple times on pause, and I saw you had like a crazy chip stack. Now that we're live, I stole a couple of your chips low key. I hope you don't mind. Hey, let's get it. I'm just
Scumbag.
playing. I'm just playing. Real quick, shout out to Pac. Mini basketball, Sai. You want to just announce Sai 1v1 Pac in mini basketball. Sai, what was the score of your game?
49-12. I laid the smackdown on that homie.
Shout out to Pac. After Sai smacked that nerd and social reject, which is harder for some of us, especially for me, and it was a lot of fun. So
we should do that more often, to be honest.
Hell yeah,
Put the controllers down a couple times.
Yeah, for real, or at least bring the controllers out. Maybe do a little, do a little hot networks stuff in real life. But without
how was your ping pong game with Shaunta?
Yo, first of all, Shaunta is actually played for the Chinese national team, even though he's American.
100%.
The reality, first of all, the way he hits the ball, the spin, his serve, you can't even hit it back. He spins it, You hit the ball goes immediately down. No, even if your ping pong is underneath, even if your paddle's underneath the ball, it goes straight down still, like it's a flop. So,
dude, there's so many times where I was hitting the ball and it just died. I'm like, what is happening?
That's what he hits the ball so that it dies when it gets to your side.
Trigger.
Technically, that's actually cheating. So I'm gonna have my mother write a letter to Shansa to get him to stop cheating. So in any event, the second game I came back, he only beat me 21-17. So that was actually a good look. I'm gonna take that W, that moral victory for me. Also,
moral victory.
I'm pretty sure he was like 10 beers deep. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. I almost beat him.
That's actual facts.
But that don't even matter. I almost beat him. So that's all we care about. Without further ado,
hold on. Can I just make a quick announcement?
Oh yeah.
Our podcast broke 40 subscribers on YouTube.
Bro, let's go. Hey, 40 subs. Listen,
let's go.
We're gonna do a giveaway at 50, and what the giveaway is gonna be, it's gonna be a life-size poster of Psy nude with his clothes on. Let's go. Make sure.
Why am I nude with my
right,
clothes
just
on?
go with it. Just go with it. That's what it's gonna say CuckCon 2019, and it's gonna have all the information on it.
I want a Psy nude calendar.
Man, bro, we gonna work on the calendar. The calendar, anyone who comes to CuckCon 2020, the reunion, is going to get a calendar of size nudes with his clothes on.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know how this is going left. So,
anyways, at this point, let's introduce our co-host of the evening.
Absolutely.
Nitehawk is joining us, who just recently tried a cannoli for the first time and now uses the cannoli cream. He now uses the cannoli cream as suntan lotion. Nitehawk thoughts?
This guy.
Guilty.
The cannoli king of Chicago. Nitehawk is actually, we affectionately listen. This man is a legend, right? He's a legend. The Mixer crew, 1,000 followers in less than 4 months.
Yeah.
Many of you may know him as Nitehawk. Within our circle, we just call him Ninja. Hey, let's go. The Ninja of the crew. Let's go, man. Oh man, but before the end of the podcast, Drake, Nitehawk is gonna call up Drake, and he's gonna actually be on.
Yeah.
So
he's actually gonna be in the next song that Drake makes.
Facts. Yeah. That's actual fact.
Nitehawk, tell the people where they can find you.
All right, you can find me on twitter.com/NitehawkMX and on Mixer at mixer.com/NitehawkMX.
Hey, make sure you follow this guy on Twitter and Mixer. He's blowing up. He's killing the streams. Like, make sure, good dude. For real, he's a great dude, and even he's so great that if my grandmother was drowning and he was drowning, I'd save him. Granted, my grandma's dead, but anyway, the point is. Hawk, you the man, bro. We appreciate you out here, dog. Real quick. Make sure you guys follow Hawk. He's a great dude. Really, shout out to him. He's killing
shout
Mixer
out to
right
Try's
now.
grandma.
Yeah, shout out to you. Rest in peace, grandma. I love you. If you were alive, I would have saved you. In any event, this week in gaming. So we're gonna give you guys what we've been basically gaming on this week, and Sai, you're up first. So tell the people what you've been dominating and conquering.
Yo, shout out to Shanta.
What up, Shanta? Shanta's in the building.
So basically, we started with Monday Mixer, and I was playing Detroit Become Human, which is interesting because Mixer being a mainly Microsoft platform. It was cool having like Xbox people coming in and watching a Sony game, like a Sony exclusive.
Oh, that's tight.
They were like really interested in the story and like seeing the game because they don't have the opportunity to play it or whatever. It was pretty cool. I will be doing that this Monday as well because I had a great time with it, and the game itself is fantastic.
Damn, that's tight.
I reached legendary armor on my Hunter in Destiny for the Solstice of Heroes.
Hey, I heard that's
Yeah,
quite an
it,
accomplishment. I
dude,
mean, I
it,
don't know too much, but I heard that's crazy.
it's a friggin' grind, man. Let me tell you. And Nighthawk would tell you that
Mhm.
legendary gear is a pain in the ass, and I don't know how people do multiple characters. I struggled to get one character done, but that's also because I'm only on a couple hours a night. But
Damn,
it's a tough,
that's crazy.
it's tough armor to get. But what's the name? We got Forsaken coming up soon, so it's kind of like I'm probably not even going to use the gear once the new thing drops. But you know what? It kept me busy for a few weeks, so I'm not complaining.
Keep those skills frosty, player.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Also, Absolver was the free game last month, and I recently beat it. So that adds another game to the list on the year. I think I'm at 8, if I'm not mistaken. And
Okay, there we go.
hey, so yeah, Absolver, Destiny, and Detroit. Trio. What have you been up to?
Nice. Yo, here's the thing. Like, you guys know me. When I go deep, I go real deep. Well, pause, fall back. Anyway, yeah. So I'm talking about gaming, guys. Keep it gaming. Until CutCon 2019. Be ready. So I beat God of War. It took me beat God of War in the hardest mode, which is so dumb. Now looking back on it, I wasted all that time. I mean, it wasn't a waste because I had fun. But I no longer have a family. They left me. I'm actually doing this podcast from the street in the cardboard box. In any event, I beat God of War on the hardest difficulty, which is quite an accomplishment, especially for me, since I struggled through it mightily. Shout out to Black Magus, who helped me actually finish it. He said, "Why don't you stop spamming the heavy, you idiot?" And I was like, "Good point." And then I beat the game. So anyway, shout out to Black Magus. I started to play Heavy Rain, which I know they're like, what? Heavy Rain came out in 2001. Yeah, no, I know.
I started PlayStation 1.
Yeah, PlayStation 1, the great joint. So I started playing Heavy Rain. The first couple missions, I fell asleep mid-mission, but I was able to actually get some Notos in me and some Red Bull, and I'm actually getting through the game now. It's actually gotten better, so hopefully I'll beat that. That'll be my 11th game on the year. Road to 24. We're definitely going to accomplish it. Probably not, but I'm trying my best. So that's what we're rocking with. I'm doing my thing, and I'm so jealous of these guys. You know, Fly, ZG, Hawk are on Destiny 2. So I might have to jump back on D2. I don't know, but
you won't do it.
Yeah, I know. I keep threatening it every time. But yo, Hawk, tell the people what have you been playing and enjoying for the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, so the main game I play on my stream is Destiny 2, and honestly, that's pretty much all I play. I think
I'm dedicated, bro.
Hours I got put in that game, I've got like, you know, the most value per hour played or minute played of that game.
Damn,
it's just been fun. Like I played it on 3 platforms until recently when I had to kind of make the decision what was smart for my stream and all that stuff to kind of go down to 2 platforms, and but man, I had a lot of money invested.
Let me tell you, Knight, I poured one out for your PlayStation 4.
Bruh,
yeah. Did you?
Yeah, one for the homie, man. He'll be
I know.
Yo, hold on. Let me pull this knife out of my back from Hawk, turn it back on his homie fanboys, and dump PS4. I read his Durant style open letter. He's like, he was real polite. I'm gonna make it seem like he was mean. He was real polite. He said, guys, Xbox is the God Station, PC is the elite race, PS4 is for peasants. I'm gone. Nah, he he put it real eloquently, and I actually appreciated what he was saying, because it's just so Hawk. It makes sense for you because you're a mixer guy, so you basically are only gonna do Xbox and PC from now on.
Yeah, just for like the near future. I mean, maybe eventually be back at it, but right now it's kind of like, you know, we were talking earlier. Mixers.
Did you actually sell the PlayStation?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh man, hold up.
Yeah,
you ain't coming back.
Babe,
well, not now.
Can I get some NyQuil and a Band-Aid? All right, no, sorry guys, go ahead. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So the story behind that is my Xbox was like, you know, it's just like running on fumes. You know, it's like, okay,
yeah.
You know, you talk about who's the guy again that Tone couldn't make it because his car was broken. My Xbox was like Tone's car, so I mean, it was trying to make it, man. It's like I literally tried playing PUBG on that thing one time, and it was like I landed and I looked around, and all the buildings were still rendering, and I see people like they're like fully kitted with everything, and I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Damn,
and
that's
finally
terrible,
could open the door, and I'm like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So,
oh no, yeah. And so I never played PUBG, but you can't be like lagging like that, you know.
No. Yeah, so I mean that was a big reason to upgrade to I got the Xbox One X. I had to upgrade to a little bit better console, which made sense for me.
You have the Xbox One X?
Yeah, that's why it's sold the PS4. Man.
Okay, so did you probably so you took the money from PS4 and used it towards that, or
and the Xbox. I had an original Xbox that I sold as well, so I took all that money and then put it towards the new.
Oh,
it just made sense.
That's a straight up business.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense because the Xbox One X. I know you listen. I'm the number one slanderer of Microsoft, but Xbox. Listen, facts are facts. It's the most powerful system available right now, besides the Nintendo Labo. So shout out to the Xbox One X is definitely a beast console. So I don't knock you for that. And it must have been kind of annoying though to go to 3 different platforms to play the same game. You know what I mean?
It's nice because you get to play with everybody, right? You got to play with Scythex, Fly, ZG, all you guys, right? It kind of sucks now because it's like I won't be able to play with them until since I guess that PC. But
I'm trying, my God.
That PC's innocent
but it was tough, man. It was a drain. I mean, I work a full-time job. I got a family. Trying to stream and balance everything. It was like I feel like I could give enough time to 2, but 3. It's like it's just not fair.
It's more work than your day job, man.
It is. It's crazy. And so
that's dope. That's dope. But yeah, man, make sure you guys for sure follow Nitehawk kills it on Mixer and PC and Xbox. So I guess we're gonna move on to the next topic, and we're gonna do this topic a little bit differently. So I'm gonna just jump into it.
Do it. What's on your mind?
Try what's on your mind. Oh, I'll go ahead and tell you. Listen, real quick. I was listening to shout out to Weapon Wheel Podcast, and if you guys have any podcasts that you listen to, make sure you can shout them out for sure because we like to show love in the community. I was listening to Weapon Wheel Press Start Podcast actually, and someone said, correct me if I'm wrong, someone said Fortnite it got out of early access this year. I didn't think it did because I just logged on and
I don't remember seeing it as early.
Yeah, that's why I was confused because somebody said they were talking about Game of the Year, and this one girl, Erica for the Win, was like, God of War's Game of the Year, which I believe wholeheartedly. And she was like, and another dude was like, but Fortnite, I'm gonna get a bucket to collect the tears on Twitter. First of all, let me tell you something right now. I would listen. I'm not a violent person, seriously, but I would start just slapping people with my fanny pack left and right. If Fortnite won Game of the Year, I'm smacking everybody who plays Fortnite with my fanny pack full of nickels. I don't give a damn. Fortnite that will trigger me. God of War is a masterpiece. Another thing, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna try to this is my what's on my mind.
Shout out to Try's fanny pack, by the way.
yo, it's leopard, bro. You got to keep it gangster.
It's leopard.
Nah, it's actually my wife's, but I'll still use it. I don't give a damn. Probably won't fit me because I'm kind of big. So this is what's on my mind. Here's the thing. Red Dead Redemption 2. So we're talking about Game of the Year, right? Spider-Man's cool, but it's just a Batman clone facts.
Oh God, here we go.
But Red Dead Redemption 2, the trailer dropped. And I went to Sports Authority and Dick's. The knee pads were sold out completely. Everybody's dropping on their knees, sucking off Red Dead Redemption 2. They're like, it's going to be Game of the Year confirmed. I'm like, wait a second. The first story was okay. This story is going to be worse because it's a prequel, and everybody knows prequels are always worse. So please stop. God of War is Game of the Year. If it does not win, Cy and I will go on camera and I'm gonna smack the hell out of him with my fanny pack full of nickels.
Don't you think I forgot about our last episode when you said you're buying me a Switch when Smash wins?
Oh, hold on, my mic is cutting out my headphones.
Yeah. I expected it in the mail. I expect that Switch in the mail, my guy.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. We're going to check the tapes.
Yep.
Anyway, so real quick, we're going to dive into, because we have 2 Destiny experts in Hawk and Cy, we're going to dive right in.
Quote-unquote experts.
Quote-unquote experts, along with Fly in the chat. He's definitely expert. And this is my contribution because I'm a Destiny noob. I do PvP and get 0 kills. And the only kills I get are the ones when my bomb explodes on myself. Anyway, So I just want to read to you something by Matt Miller in a Game Informer. And to me, as like a layman, he kind of perfectly summarized Destiny from an outside perspective. Like, so I just want to read this to you guys, and then you guys could rip up your Forsaken excitement and all that stuff. The article reads, this is just a quick paragraph. The Destiny franchise is at an inflection point in a quandary that has plagued the series since the inception. A constant push and pull draws the game back and forth between competing and often contrary impulses. Ease of entry and accessibility versus long-term depth and complexity. A drive to innovate and evolve versus familiar and well-loved systems. Straightforward storytelling and humor versus layered lore and manifold secrets unlockable only to the most faithful players. Burdened but privileged to navigate the space in between are the developers behind the series who want nothing more than to craft something memorable and magical. So he's essentially saying, like,
That was
and
beautiful,
you guys,
by the way. That was beautiful.
yo, I thought, yo, shout out to Matt Miller, Game Informer. Just pull that from there. When he perfectly stated this is how I feel, and I know you guys feel it 10 times more. Like the constant push and pull between what's great about it, what they take away, what they give back. So you guys just talk about it, like thoughts about from D1 to D2 to the Taken King expansion, all that stuff. Like, you know, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you feel that push and that pull, like? Because I know you guys
it kind of went back and forth with that. I would agree. D1, I think like was it VOG was the first raid night on D1.
Yeah, VOG. Yep.
Would you say the end game was better in year one than it was in year two, or was it kind of balanced the same?
I mean, you talking about for D1?
For D1, yeah.
I mean, I think so. I mean, like you hear that Forever 29, right? You were Forever level 29. You had the Vex Mythic class. You had all these weapons, the Fatebringer that you can only get from certain activities, right? And so that to me, like I enjoyed it a lot because it was a grind, and it's like crap. Here I did the raid again this week, didn't get the gun, so now I gotta wait till next week. You know, like, and you had I feel like there was a lot more tedious grind. Like you had to go grind for materials. Right. You had weapon rolls and things like that. I mean, for me in D1. That's what drug me into the game. I mean, it was my first kind of game like that I ever played. That's what drug me in.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, like it was, I didn't start playing Destiny until like after the House of Wolves dropped.
Okay.
So I basically missed all of year one, and once House of Wolves dropped, and then Taken King came out that September. That's when I really like sunk my teeth into it and got into it big time. So like your Forever 29 was my Forever 319 because I couldn't hit 320 from King's Fall raids. I couldn't get that helmet to drop or something. I forget what it actually was. But to me that was like my incentive every week. I had to go into King's Fall, you know, ZG's favorite raid, and just
yes, 100%.
You know, bang out a raid every week with multiple characters trying to get this thing to drop and get that max armor, the max gear and everything. And that was the driving force of the game, just sucking everyone back into like, hey, you can keep bettering yourself every week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, Knight, what was it you were saying? What was it that drew you to Destiny originally? Like,
well, it was, I mean, honestly, when I first, like, I had friends that were playing it. My cousin Jake, Lolly Lion, he was playing on, I remember him, like, tweeting out about, like, hey, I'm playing this on PS4. He was, like, loving it, and I'm like, okay. So, like, I got an Xbox One. I bought Madden. Was it Madden? It was the one with Richard Sherman on the cover. What year was that, 15?
Oh, 14? Yeah.
14, yeah, 15, I can't remember. Yeah, it was Richard Sherman was on the cover. So, I was playing the hell out of that, and I'm like.
It was the year they won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was after they smacked the Broncos in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But yeah, so then I saw this and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to GameStop and pick up this game, and I did, and then I fell in love with it. I'd played it all the time, man, and it was my first kind of game, like, you know, playing like that. And I could never played WoW or
Right.
I played Borderlands either, man. Like, and I loved it, and it was fun. I mean, that's what drew me into it. I think it was the replayability. I mean, if you look at the hours I put in that game and how much I paid, it's like, dude, you got a lot for your money. You know, for all
how many hours did you have in D1? Because me coming in a year late, because I didn't have a PS4.
Bro, I forgot you were a year late.
Yeah, I didn't have a PS4 or Destiny until like the House of Wolves came out. That's when I actually got it, and I still put in over 2,000 hours.
Yeah, I'm looking here real quick. So there's a website called Wasted on Destiny. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
It's a game. Okay, so here we go. This is Destiny 1 on Destiny 1 on Xbox. I had 1,978 hours total played.
God damn playing.
950. Okay, get this, right? So remember that whole Forever 29?
Yep.
I was one of those fools that was like, I'm going to delete a character and I'm going to go regrind it. So that way I can get my gear, and I still missed on it. 915 hours of deleted characters.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
Wow, that's a stat.
Yeah, dude. 915 hours of deleted characters, bro.
This man got 10 years of game time on these characters in Destiny.
That he deleted,
nuts, dude.
That's crazy.
It's nuts,
That's
man.
nuts.
Yo, and you know what's funny?
Does that combine your PlayStation hours too?
Okay, no. So PlayStation for Destiny 1, I had 212 hours played on Destiny 1, 0 hours wasted. Destiny 2, I have 188 on Xbox, 363 hours on PlayStation, and 242 hours on PC. What I've got here.
Oh my god!
So
man.
what was that website you said?
It's called wastedondestiny.com. The number one guy is a guy named GMoney876. He's got 5,768 hours played on Destiny 2. That's insane. Crazy. The guy same guy is leading on Destiny 1 with 13,421 hours, man.
13,000?
Dude.
That's so much.
Wow. Bruh.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
Yo, and this, you know what's funny? Talking about Destiny, and it's funny because I always forget that I kind of pushed Sai towards Destiny, and he became like the Destiny guru. Yo, I loved the Destiny 1 grind. I just love the grind. And it was a grind that to me, it wasn't repetitive. It was just fun, and it was just, I don't know. I just loved it, and it became like more fun every time I played it. You know, so I don't know. I just love that.
And then you just disappeared and just left me in the dark.
Because that crack known as Rocket League dropped, and I had to get my legendary status. Yo, by the way,
smoke rocks.
I smoke rocks. I need that Rocket League. I'm like, Sai would hit me up like, yo, hop on D1. I'm like, dude, I got this IV in me. It was this little race car with the soccer balls. Yo, that dude who has 13,000 hours just for the audience. Shout out to Shyman Nugget, who just subscribed to our channel. Sorry if I messed your name up. Shyman Nugget, shout out to you. It just popped up for a new subscriber. Shout out to you. You get an automatic VIP pass to CutCon, so you get a free fanny pack, penny loafers, and a potential travel kit with a glory hole. Anyway, the guy who has 13,000 hours, that's 541 days.
That's insane.
That's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Oh my god, I can't even. But that's
like
legit.
You're just not sleeping. You're just constantly playing Destiny.
He must not work, right? Like he must.
He can't be. He can't have a
not with a name like G Money, man. The money just comes in, dude.
That's he just shows up. Hey, where the money at?
That
oh my god.
Man. Was there like X's on that name too? Was he a tryhard?
No, it's just G-Money 876.
Yo, so this and this. Yo, I'm conflicted about Destiny because I feel like Fly said that makes my head hurt.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like the thing that upset me about D1 was that I didn't get it didn't allow me to play the multiplayer once. Like I had to take in King, but I didn't have the latest expansions, and it didn't allow me to play, so it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, when Rise of Iron dropped, you kind of got kicked to the curb because you didn't buy it.
Yeah, and I was kind of like pissed about that. But what do you guys do you guys look forward to each expansion as much as the next? Like, are you are you guys more hyped about Forsaken than any other expansion in the past, or like what?
Yes, 100%.
What?
And
Why?
because D2 year one was such a clusterfuck. Like straight up, it was a disaster from the jump. Like everybody, once you got through your story once and you got actually into the end game environment, people were dropping like flies. You know what I mean? Like everyone was leaving, everyone was getting pissed off. The raid wasn't like beneficial. Like you did it once and you didn't really need to do it again. There was no incentives to keep playing the game, which Destiny 1 did so well. And because they recognized it after almost a year of us, and I mean us as like the Destiny, gaming community. Like screaming at them to like fix the game because we love the game, this is their fix. This is
so this is like a chance at redemption.
Yes, 100%. And they started doing it with the latest DLC, Warmind. That kind of brought a lot of the grind back to the game, and it kind of like it got the juices flowing again. It got us a little excited. They gave us a little taste of what we could expect, and I don't know. For me, Nitehawk, and I don't know if you agree or not. It was like, all right, Osiris sucked. Like, let's sucked. They had the raid layers. Raid layers were a lot of fun. They started making the activities worth it, and it made me want to like keep coming back and playing the game, because from the end of like when did Osiris come out? December?
I'm trying to think. That was like right. Yeah, I think it was right before. Yeah, it was like the winter expansion. I believe. Yeah.
Like as soon as Osiris came out, and like I think I beat the story, it was like Fortnite started taking off, and like legitimately I had no regrets leaving Destiny for months. Like
that's a question. That's a question. So Hawk, what do you think? Because like when I saw, because I follow, obviously you guys are like my boys, so I always follow Destiny community through you guys and through Twitter, whatever. And I saw like a mass exodus, like even ZG left Destiny for a little, and I'm like, yo, this is nuts. So Hawk, did you stay on Destiny, or did you like?
It actually gave me like it sucks. Like it sucks to see that what happened to the game, but it was also like a blessing to me, because it gave me an opportunity to play other games like Fortnite.
Yep.
Even though I can't stand the game now, I'll still play every once in a while. But it's just
that's my man right there. I love it.
Yeah. Like I played that. I played through Far Cry 5. That was a great game. I played through.
You played that?
Yeah. I played all the way through, dude. It's a great game. I played A Way Out. I know you guys. Horseshoe scene. It was the best, man. You guys played some horseshoes. The best. I played through that.
Horseshoes forever.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was fun.
I got a horseshoe tutor the other day online.
Best scene ever, man.
Dude,
oh my god,
so funny. But A Way Out was a great game. But like you said, I agree. Like it opened up the door to getting back to like why we enjoy gaming, like trying other games and experiencing other stories, rather than like in D1 I literally didn't take the Destiny disc out of my PlayStation.
You're right. I mean, that was my problem. I had like my wife, every time I buy a new game, like I buy the Madden or I buy the Call of Duty, she like roll her eyes at me, like she's like, "You're not gonna play it. Why'd you buy it? Why'd you waste $60 on that?" Same thing, because I never played the damn thing. And then I'm like, okay, now $60 wasted. Yep. But this time I'm like, nah, it's a little different. I'm gonna start playing some different games.
So you, Psy, ZG, Fly. I don't know if Fly walked away, but do you think that the developers noticed that? Like,
oh heck yeah,
hell yeah.
Do you think they felt that, and that gave them like the motivation to like do the Warmind?
They were catching heat on Twitter, Reddit, like
everywhere.
I'm sure on their own their forums,
in their own mail, hate mail to their door.
They're getting hate mail, like people protesting in front of the building. Like make Destiny great again type shit. Like
damn.
100%.
It was crazy. And then like
Titan Lives Matter, all that shit.
Right. Exactly. What's the name? They they invited like a lot of
the Destiny Summit. They did the
yeah,
summit
they
this
invited
summer.
a lot
I
of
think. Yeah.
the community. Like I want to say streamers, but I think it was more than just streamers. It was just
Yeah, it
like
was
the popular players in the game.
the who's who. Yeah.
Fly said the trials numbers alone was an
Yes.
indication. He said they
Yeah.
definitely noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge.
Dude, some of the biggest Fortnite streamers, like
Right.
Dr. Lupo, Real
Crafty. Yep.
just to name a couple, Grenader Jake, they were primarily and almost exclusively a trials streamer.
Oh, really?
They would log in on the weekends, and literally from Friday at launch till what was it? The Monday. It would leave Monday reset or Tuesday reset.
Yeah, Tuesday reset. Yeah.
All they did was trials carries and like try and get people to the lighthouse in Destiny.
Damn.
And they all left, and now they're like crazy successful, Fortnite streamers, but it's because trials in D2 was just dog shit, to be honest. Like it was
Yeah.
Do you
It wasn't
think
worth it.
the stream audience from Destiny went to Fortnite as well? Like not only the streamers but like the fans of
Yeah, I think a
watching
good mix.
Destiny players?
Probably. Some still play only. I would think, like they're only playing Destiny, but I would think a lot of people. Let's be real. Not battle royales aren't for everyone, so not everyone would
No.
like it. Like
Yeah.
I didn't like PUBG. I couldn't watch people play PUBG. Like when Nitehawk, when you guys would play it, I would like hang out and listen to you guys like
It's
make
so
fun
slow
of each
moving,
other.
man.
But like the gameplay itself, I was like, and then so I right away like Fortnite, I was like, this game is gonna be trash because
Yeah.
because I didn't like the way PUBG looked, and I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan on the cartoony look.
Yeah,
But-
neither am I. I
but
hate that cartoon
that-
shit.
it eliminated those two issues as soon as I started playing it. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people moved over to it, but what happened with Warmind and all this stuff? It's bringing the excitement back, and with Forsaken coming out and the quote unquote leaks, which I think it's Bungie actually leaking everything just to increase the excitement.
My bad.
Yeah.
I tweeted at Cy and Hawk, and when I saw Cy last night, he like punched me in the face, like, "Don't ever send me no Destiny leaks, you son of a bitch." Because he's like, I'm not trying to know anything, and I respect it because Cy knows if you even mention that a game's coming out, you just ruin the story for me. But I tweeted at you guys the other day like the leaks, and you probably didn't want to click on it even.
I stared at the link for like a
Yeah, I
few
didn't.
minutes.
I didn't look at it.
But
I just
was like,
avoided it.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do it. Well, here's my thing. I'll watch trailers
Yeah.
all day, but
yeah,
when somebody's like, "Oh, yo, I got exclusive gameplay of the first mission," I'm not watching that. I want to.
Yeah, nah, fam, I'm not trying to see that. Yeah.
So. I
So
don't know.
what are you looking forward like? What do you look? Did they already talk about like the different modes? Like, what are you guys just excited for Forsaken? Because it doesn't seem like you know that much about it. Are you excited just because you think this installment is going to kind of bring back the things that they've promised, or are you excited for very specific reasons, like, or just you're just excited for a new?
I'll
part
let
of
you
Destiny.
take that. If you
Yeah. So here's what I kind of look at. This is kind of how the timeline of Destiny 2, right?
Yeah.
Or even just say Destiny. You had Destiny. You had what they call the casual players, and you had the hardcore players. Cy and I were the hardcore ones that played all the time. We wanted those weapons. We grinded. And then you look into D2, and it's like they kind of catered more towards casual when it was, I call it vanilla D2, like year one, right? And you had the Crystal of Osiris, and now you have Warmind. Like when that Whisper quest came out, I don't know about you, Cy, but when that came out, I was like, yes, like that's what I loved about King's Fall, because when King's Fall came out, they had all these like hidden missions and stuff that people loved that just popped up out of nowhere. Like somebody just discovered it one day, and you're like, all right, I want to go get this weapon because it's like the best gun in the game.
Yeah,
and
like
so,
with the Whisper, the Whisper quest try, it was like somebody turned her like a corner, found like a random boss, and killed him, and all of a sudden it opened a portal, and now everyone has like a new sniper rifle. That's basically what happened. Like somebody stumbled upon some random boss, and that's kind of how like Taken King was. There's like random things like people would just fall into.
Yeah, so I feel like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Hawk. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like I think what Fly just said in chat. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. It's like I'm the same way because like all the things that we've heard about that are coming. Like this is like, hey guys, we know we screwed up. We're bringing back a new expansion that's going to bring back in that player base of the hardcore players that everybody was playing the game, they're loving it and they're grinding it. You're going to bring all those players back in, but at the same time, it's like. All right, well, like I think that's great, but I want to see it. I want to see it happen, and I want to see what it's going to be like. Not just the talk, deliver the product, deliver the goods.
Put your money where your mouth is. And
exactly.
Here's the thing. Now, I'm a hardcore gamer, a casual Destiny player, and here's the thing: with D2, I bought D2 day one, played it, beat it, and then Sai kept playing, and I kind of dropped it, and then there was like a mass exodus, and in my mind, I'm like, damn, they did it again, like, because. With D2, I beat it and then I was gonna grind, but then Sai was basically like, yeah, you can do a little grinding and then that's it. There's nothing else to do. So that's why I gave up on it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna grind a little and then drop the game. So I'm very cautious when it comes to like I really want to be in the community and play the game because it looks crazy. Like you guys have mad fun, but I almost feel like
it's the rating. It's getting everyone
together. The end game for sure.
And that's what
time doing the hardest missions.
No, that's what I see. But at the same time, though, I feel like Destiny kind of amps people up. Like how amped were Sai, me and you for like the D2, like the supers, all that stuff. Like we were so amped, and then. After a couple months, it was a letdown, and I feel like Destiny kind of have a pattern of that. Like it gets ramped up, and it's great for like a while, and then it like drops off, and then they get it ramped up, and then I feel like I can kind of hear that in you guys' voices. Like, do you think that you guys don't want it to be, but I almost feel like I don't want to pay $60 for Forsaken, and then 2 months in,
I think it's 40.
It's 40, yeah. It's 40, yeah.
I don't want to pay the full whatever the price is. I don't want to buy it, and then 2 months later, you guys are like done with it, and everybody's on to like back to Fortnite or on some other stuff.
Here's the thing. This is supposedly their correction to the end game, because in D1 the biggest issue wasn't the end game; it was the story. It lacked story. It had like
no organization. The famous line, anything. I can't tell you. What does it say? I
don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
Yeah.
And which is like perfect for it. But in my eyes, like I feel like they fixed the story, quote unquote. They fixed the story aspect of Destiny, but then
and I'm a story guy. I want more.
Yeah, they neglected the end game. In D2, so it's like we got this awesome story. Some people aren't a fan of it, but I thought the whole
is a lot better.
Yeah, the whole thing with Cabal invading, we actually got to run in the city that we stared at a million times at the tower. Like
I loved the D2 story.
It was awesome,
but I wanted more.
Right.
Well, I wanted more.
But that's the end game issue.
The Forsaken is going to give me that more.
Yes,
of the story.
I believe so. Apparently, this is going to have the largest raid they've ever made.
Yeah, most bosses.
It's going to have the most bosses. It's going to take God knows how long to beat.
10 hours. For me.
It's supposed to be the largest game. There's supposed to be multiple ways to multiple like quests to find. Random weapons that you can find from drops and hidden quests and things like that. This is like where the end game is supposed to correct itself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Now, do both of you, Sai and Hawk, do you guys have all 3 of your characters ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm almost there on Xbox. I'm definitely there on PC. Xbox is that's nice because I neglected Xbox for a little bit because I was all PS4 main and so now it's giving me a little bit more to grind until what do we got, 2.5 weeks now until that game comes out? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Basically, yep.
Yeah, so I mean, I got enough to grind and keep me busy, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no,
damn.
That's good. Yeah, I would say all my characters are ready.
That is tight though. That you can prep for the following for the following expansion. that's kind of dope. So yeah, you know what? A part like I know I probably won't get Forsaken, to be honest with you, just because I'm a cuck, and number two, I got so many other games to play. But I'll enjoy watching you guys stream that. Like yo, you got like UZG Fly, you guys have so much fun. It looks like I might and I got it. I can I do a raid or whatever with you guys with the regular D2 or no? I can't even do that anymore.
No, you could.
You could do the first raid, right?
Yeah, the Leviathan.
Yeah, Leviathan. Yeah, Leviathan.
Which is a fun raid. It's a long raid. And for you as someone who doesn't raid at all, I think what'd you do? One raid in D1 was the
I think I did too.
Or you did
I did one with ZG.
The strike.
He took my raid virginity facts, and then I did one more where I had to jump on something. I kept jumping and dying, and it was great. So
King's Fall sounds like.
Yeah, probably. What's the name? I lost my train of thought. But basically, no, you could do the raid.
You know what? It's a tradition, so I have to do at least one raid.
And let's be real. Like the raid is the final mission of the game, in my eyes. Like,
oh really?
As far as the story goes, the raid is the final mission.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that. See, I didn't even. So the fact that I beat D2, that's really not like the end.
No, because
the end game has story to it.
Yeah. The end game is a separate story that leads into the rest of the expansions coming out, and everything kind of builds upon that. Oh,
word. No, that's what's up. Do you guys have anything else for D2 before we go on to that main event?
Just real quick, there was a Claymore. There's a gun called the Redux Claymore. There was an issue because you had to grind probably the most boring game mode in the
brutal game mode, yeah.
You remember how much fun we had in the beta?
I remember playing with you guys. That was fun.
Yeah, dude. Respect kneels and like stupid shit.
That was so tight.
Yeah, but like the weapons felt good, like everything felt good. I don't know what they did between the beta
what happened, dude?
And the launch, but the competitive game mode was trash, and it's so boring. The matches take forever, and my point to this is they incorporated like this ranking system, and if you hit max rank in the competitive game mode, you get this crazy gun, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a really good gun.
Yeah, apparently it's it's a really powerful.
Is it like OP? It's a pulse rifle. Is it like OP?
Yeah, I mean, okay, be honest, I don't ever see it in Crucible. Do you? Like, I think the percentage of people that actually have it is so small that it was that hard to attain.
Grind. Yeah, it's such a grind. And I guess the issue is with Forsaken, they're not giving the gun away.
Have you seen the steps to this yet?
No, I haven't.
Do you want me to share with you any of the steps?
You can if you want. That's fine.
All right, go ahead. Do your part though. But I'll tell you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, everyone had a crazy grind to get this gun, and with Forsaken coming out, they're like, oh well, you can't get this gun, but you can get a gun that's basically the same thing. It's like called like the Claymore like broadsword or something instead of something else. I don't know. But, they're basically like, hey, you could do this quest and get this gun rather than grinding out max rank in the worst Crucible mode to exist in the game. And people who did grind it out got pissed off.
Because they're like,
yo, we just wasted so much time to get this weapon. Now you're just giving people an easier, quote unquote, easier avenue to get it.
It's like you can work for 24 hours digging ditches and we'll give you this, or you can just show up to this store and we'll give you this.
Right.
That's what I thought, but then I started looking at the steps. So this is from I can't think of the guy. It's DMG04 is his Twitter handle. He is the community manager at Bungie.
Yeah, we met him at GuardianCon.
That's the picture with the two guys.
DMG. Is that who we met? Okay, yeah. So he is the community manager at Bungie. So this is posted by T1 Gigs a couple days ago, but it says it was, I don't know if it was on Bungie forum site that he posted this, that DMG did, but it was, so step one is you got to defeat like 200 people with a pulse rifle. Final Blows. 2, reach Valor rank Heroic. Step 3, you have to get 75 double kills in Crucible. Step 4, defeat 150 opponents with precision Final Blows from any pulse rifle. Step 5 is 50 of Arc, Solar, and Void Final Blows. Step 6 is you have to play 25 Crucible quick play matches, 25 competitive, 25 Rumble. 7 is complete 20 Crucible bounties. 8, this is where everybody's gonna be like, I'm out, I'm done. Reset your Valor rank 5 times within a single season.
Bruh,
that's the last step. 5 times.
I don't even know what's happening right now, but dude, I know
that's a pain in the ass in itself.
That's
for like
75 matches, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. It's essentially like
times.
Yeah.
Valor,
no way.
Is it Valor almost like what is it in Call of Duty
like a prestige?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, essentially it is. Yeah.
Oh God, what the?
You have to do that 5 times, and it's like, unless the state gets better, I'm not
crazy,
doing that.
Though.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That last step, I think, is what's going to draw, and that's in a single season. So like your progress from this season isn't going to count next season. So
that's basically like as soon as Forsaken drops, I need to never play PvE again.
Exactly.
Because I just need to grind the Crucible and reset and basically leave everything behind. My life
I haven't even gotten to that rank once. I've been playing since the launch, man.
Yeah.
I haven't even I don't
Are you
have
serious? You have to do it 5 times?
Yeah.
I just reached
But there's people out there that will do
the max on that.
Yeah.
Yo, there's people out there that will no life these games, like straight up no life, like 24 hours. That's OD.
It's crazy, but I guess their Bungie's fix was incorporating this crazy quest to make it somewhat hard to get.
And then, Sai, I hit you with an article or something I saw I don't even know what website, but like people were paying $350 to get a certain gun.
That's the gun we're talking about.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, they'll pay for like count recoveries and things like that. It's insane.
Yeah, they're paying people.
Yeah,
to
people
play
were
their
paying
account.
300. That's how much you can get a freaking Nintendo Switch for that money.
Yeah,
that's
no way. I would never.
Fly said I refuse to grind to 2K one time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a rough grind.
Damn, that's OD.
Yeah, that's the gun from that article, man. It's crazy. Like people really wanted it because it's apparently like one of the best weapons you can have.
And you said it will carry over to Forsaken?
It will, but I don't think it's getting the random rolls. Nighthawk, did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, because here's my thing: if it's getting the random rolls, why would they bring back? Why would they bring in a broadsword, claymore, whatever the hell they call it? Yeah, why would they bring that in?
So it's gonna be like a fixed weapon. If you got it, it's yours forever. If you didn't get it, you'll never get it. But you'll have the broadsword to grind for if you want it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. But overall, Fortnite has brought back the excitement tenfold about this game. I'm excited. I can't wait for it.
Oh, Forsaken. Yeah. No, that's what's up. So you guys we can rock and roll to the next topic now. That was kind of like our main event. Like Destiny was like our main event. This is quote unquote our main events. Microsoft, we try to hit Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo every week.
Real quick. Real quick. Nighthawk, what's like the biggest thing that you're excited for in Forsaken? Like, what's the one feature that you're wanting?
Well, to me, I like the random rolls back because that's exciting to be able to all right. And having seen the mods that you can, if you get a gun in a version of something, you're like, all right, I want to dismantle it. Now it gives you these other, I guess, sub mods that you can actually put on the other guns. Like you got to work to get them on there.
Yep.
But I like that. I like the ability to customize weapons, how I want.
I would agree.
That's what I'm excited about.
What when you guys say random rolls? Are you saying?
So like your gun, let's say, has like perks on it.
Yeah.
Remember in D1 where you would have to upgrade your gun?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those perks were random in D1, where in D2 they were fixed. Once you got one gun, there was no need to grind to get that gun again because it was going to be all the same.
Everybody has the same gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like my hand cannon is the same as your hand cannon, is the same as Nighthawk's hand cannon. But now with Forsaken, it goes back to random. So I might have a perk that Nitehawk doesn't have, and if he wants that perk, he's got to keep trying to get that gun and seeing if it drops for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they still, now this is a total layman question. They still, I remember there was talk of like, I had like the lockers or whatever they were called in D1.
The vault.
The vault, yeah. Can you, let's answer this Fly's question real quick. Come back to me. Fly's question is, what if we don't actually get to kill Aldrin in Forsaken?
I return the digital copy.
No. Is Aldrin that guy that was with the queen? That
he's the little emo brother. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know, Fly. That's a good question. Because
there's a lot of speculation.
There's like theories where he might be brainwashed or something.
Yeah, he's being controlled by something.
I read a part of the article in Game Informer, and it talks about him, but I don't want to say anything because I don't know if you guys.
I didn't read anything on that Game Informer.
Yeah,
article.
I didn't either.
I tried to avoid it, but I don't know.
But Cade is a known thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
That was like a trailer. They were like, here's a new Forsaken video at E3, and it's like, oh, wow, whoa, what's happening? Like, Cade died. Like, what?
Yeah.
I will be doing a
candlelight vigil. I will be doing a candlelight vigil as well.
Sean Lassard in the chat. He's just said cannolis.
Cannolis.
Shout out to him, man. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, bud. But I don't know, man. If we can't kill Aldrin because of some random thing like he's brainwashed or something, or we spare him because we're the good guys, like I don't know. I don't know if I'd be happy with that. I feel like he needs to go at this point, but
yeah, I agree.
Who knows?
I never liked him to begin with.
Yeah,
you still can't trade weapons and stuff, right?
No,
that was never a thing.
Yeah, see, I think there was rumors. Would you guys want that or no?
No, I don't think so. I think because that takes the grind out of the game. I mean,
yeah, because you could just
I mean, I don't. Sai, you may have a different opinion. I just feel like it takes the grind.
I don't know. Like, what they should do.
What if you had to reach a certain level in order to even make the trade like available? You know
what I think they should do is they have like they give us this giant social space, but only allow like a limited amount of people there. Like the tower is huge. I don't know. The Dreaming City apparently, I guess, is going to be like a socials area or whatever.
It is. I can confirm that.
It's going to be like a large area. They can make a market. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I get a gun. I don't want it, but somebody else might. I could sell it, and like you would have to grind for the materials to pay for what I'm selling. You know what I mean?
Well, what if they did silver though? What if they said, "Hey, Eververse is going to start selling silver. You can buy it with silver."
Well, yeah, I wouldn't like that.
No, a lot of people would be pissed. No, but I'm just saying. But I could see that. I mean, I don't. If they would be smart not to have. But what if people are like, "Oh, pay to play," type of thing.
All right. So if Bungie is selling the weapon, that would be complete dog shit.
Yes, 100%.
If the players are selling the weapon, thinking for it, you know what I mean?
So you kind of like set your own price, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you're saying? Like,
like
here's what I want in return. Like you traded the Madden Ultimate Team cards, or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
I need 700 tokens to buy this weapon or whatever. I'm just throwing some random thing out there.
Yeah.
If you have that 700 tokens, or if you want the gun, you grind for the tokens and then you purchase it, and then I get the tokens, and then I can go and purchase something else that somebody's selling. I think it would like create an interesting economy within the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I would be opposed to that. It'd definitely be interesting to see how they.
But I almost get the sense that wouldn't you fear that it would open like some type of Pandora's box, and then microtransactions, and then modding, and then people trying to do like weird stuff,
little black market for guns.
Yeah, I feel like it would because people always
Oh,
bastardize things like. Like it has great intentions and then it gets totally screwed. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool, interesting addition.
Yeah, I think it'd definitely be interesting if all the factors were there, where it that wasn't exploited, all that stuff.
Right.
Damn, that's tight. That's tight. Um, all right, let's rock on with these small main events. We're gonna kind of fly through these so that we can get to a couple of questions for Hawk. So, real quick, Microsoft. Let me,
Why you laughing, bro?
bro. I'm being nice because Hawk here, but I can't do it. Let's talk about trash roast.
Trash box.
Let's talk about that trash box.
Oh man, you guys,
No,
too much.
let me stop. So, Hawk not only is he killing Mixer, but he's currently working for the sanitation department. So, Hawk, go ahead and talk about Microsoft.
I have hand sanitizer, so I'm.
He does have hand sanitizer. Definitely Hawk is our resident Microsoft dude for sure because he does have the most powerful gaming console on the planet. Jacob Emmerich just said gross Microsoft. Sorry, man. But yo, don't.
It's my cousin. He just bought an Xbox, so guys, hold on.
R.I.P. Jacob.
People are leaving the podcast. Yo, guys, do not leave. Don't leave the podcast.
Yo, we just lost 5 subs. What the hell just happened?
Yo, we just lost.
We're out.
Subs. Yo, anyway, guys, we're gonna do this quickly. So, Hawk is gonna talk about Microsoft and Phil Spencer's the GOAT apparently. So yeah, Hawk, just drop us some Microsoft knowledge about this Games Pass.
So like Microsoft put out, so they've had it for a while, but they offer something called Game Pass, and so it's like I said, we were talking earlier. It's kind of like if Sony offered something like this, it'd be right up your alley because you're trying to play through 24 games or something like that in a year.
24 this year, yeah.
So you have a lot of it. Their games have been out for a while. So they're older releases, but you've got like I'm looking at the list here, like The Division, you got Elder Scrolls Online, you got Fallout 4, Rocket League. I mean, all these different games. There's like
those are all. Yo, those are good. When they came out, they're good games. Like
and somebody like you, it's like okay, I don't play the games maybe unless it's a game I really really want to play.
Yeah,
like right away, I'll play it later. It'd be perfect for something for you because you pay $10 a month and you're like, all right. Cool, like I'll try it out, and a lot of times I think you can do a free trial.
Now, do you get to download it digitally and keep it forever?
Yes,
or
it stays on your Xbox. Essentially, it's like you guys work in IT, so you guys know like side as you what like a license is, right? So you have a license for that software. So when you buy that subscription, you have a license, and that subscription you have the game on there, but you don't have access to it. It won't let you launch it. So that's essentially what it is. It's a great feature. I mean, it's I think your first month's free, so you just try it out. But they had like Sea of Thieves was on there. I mean, I liked that game for like maybe a month, and then I was like, whatever. It kind of got boring, but yeah, I mean, it's a great feature.
Did it get boring because people stopped playing?
Or I think
nothing to do.
Well, it was a lot of grind. So a lot of it was is literally just grinding. You go around getting chests.
People said they got mad bored with it.
I mean, It did get boring. I mean, S Jacob, dude, he played it with me. Jake Emmerich played it, and it was fun. Like you could go like get these forts. So you had these forts, right, that had like the most coveted treasure that would get you the most reputation if you could get it. Well, you had like 5 different ships running around this thing, people trying to blow each other up, trying to act. So you essentially had like a mini strike. I call it like a strike in Destiny. Okay. Imagine you had a strike in Destiny. And you had 5 teams fighting each other to try to get the rights to do the strike and get the loot from the end chest. That's what it was. Crazy. And so you're blowing each other up. Plus, then you have the AI enemies that are trying to kill you and stuff. It was fun for a while. It just got boring to me. That's just all. That's it.
It looked cool because like I kind of liked the art style to it and the way like you would have like an enemy ship come up on you and you have to get into this crazy battle. And then what's the name? When you would die, you'd be on like a ghost ship. I thought.
Davy Jones or not? Was it the locker or whatever? Is Davy Jones locker? Is that what they call it or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yo,
I actually watched some people stream the game. The best part of that game, the water. Facts. They said the water was beautiful. I mean, listen, they knocked the game, but the water's beautiful. I mean, what else do you want, guys? I mean, Jesus Christ.
But so that's basically what Game Pass. I mean, it's nice. Honestly, like, there's not really that many exciting titles out right now. I'm doing the Xbox thing mainly for Mixer, to play with the community. But
what if Halo, like when Halo or whatever it's called, Halo, people are saying Halo 6, whatever. I don't know what it's called, but like
that. Yeah.
When that drops, will that come on Game Pass or no?
Yes, that will be. I believe the talks are. I don't think it's been confirmed, but it will be. I don't know if it will be Game Pass or if it will be an Xbox Play Anywhere. I know it will be Play Anywhere because
okay.
This will be, I think, the first. I don't know if Halo 5 is a PC game. I don't know if it is.
I don't know. But
I think this will be the first one on PC, which will be huge because you got a lot of those PC Master Race fanboys out there. Jake,
hey, PC Master Race show.
Yeah, you'll have that, and so I don't know. I could see it if. Because here's the thing, like you look at a lot of people were mad. Okay, so a lot of people were mad when Sea of Thieves came out because. Like I bought the $60 version. Now you got some guy that gets a free month pass and he can download the game. Like they were not prepared for they were not prepared for the influx of that game, man. The servers were down constantly. It's just like any game when it starts, but the fact that it was on Game Pass from day one, as soon as you could download it for free.
I feel like they should like have some sort of like exclusivity period.
Exactly. I think so too.
If it's
at least like a month.
Yeah, if it's brand new, it's not on Game Pass for like a couple months.
I agree. Yeah, at least a month or two.
Yeah, that would make because that would why buy the game?
Exactly. Why would you?
Why pay 60 when you can get it for 10?
That could be their ploy to get you to just join Game Pass.
Yeah, I think part of it is. I think part of it, yeah.
And I think, here's the thing. I think out of like necessity is the mother of invention. So like Microsoft was dying, like literally dying out here in these gaming streets, and I think Games Pass kind of like rejuvenated because they were like, think about it, it's a genius move. We don't have any exclusives really that are worth playing. I mean, Sea of Thieves is whatever. But and then the other game that they came out with, what is it called? The game where you had to like go around, you build your towns up and stuff like that. I forget the name, but
State of Decay.
State of Decay, yeah. So they're like, we don't have a lot of like hardcore exclusives, so let's use all of our old games or relatively brand new games or somewhat old, and let's just come out with this Games Pass. And I actually think it's a genius. And here's the thing that people don't know. I bash Microsoft every week, mostly trolling, but sometimes for real. Here's the thing. Microsoft is making money throughout this whole gen. So people, just because they're losing the console fanboy war, like they're selling less, Microsoft is continually making money. So don't profitable. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Like Microsoft is still making money, giving you Sea of Sleep, State of Trash, and then Crack Trash 3 is. I know. Stop. It's coming out, I guess.
Oh, Forza! Don't forget about Forza though.
Forza is a big time.
Forza is international for sure. So that's dope about Game Pass. Any other Microsoft?
I mean, not really. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot. I mean, other than like I said, the Game Pass is kind of a cool thing that they offer. Yeah, but really, I don't see any like really big other than Halo coming out. Like that's to me, there's not like a good exclusive games that you're like, oh man, I gotta have that. You know?
No, and Halo for me would be that game. Like that's the one game that makes me think about wanting an Xbox.
Yeah,
I used to love Halo back in the day.
Yo, believe it or not, I played like Halo 3 for 10 minutes and that was it. I just
that
never.
was my favorite, man.
Yo, I never got into
Halo. Was my favorite.
I never got in. And this is the thing with me. If I don't get in on the ground floor on something, I tend not to do it only because I don't want to jump in mid. And that's another reason why I kind of don't come back to Destiny, because like I come back to Destiny now, PvP, I'm getting killed because like my weapons are from like 1987. Like my skills are fucking trash. So I don't know. It kind of is a deterrent. But
I mean, you know what though? To be honest, like let's say you did come back in Forsaken. The game, PvP is going to be so different that you would have to adjust just like we would. Like it's going to be completely different.
Yeah, it will be different. I think so.
Yeah. I might have to get it. I don't know. Who knows? All right, we're gonna rock with the reason why you guys all came here. Now, let's talk about that God Station 4, Sony.
R.I.P. Nighthawk's place.
Yeah.
Yo, even though Sony, listen, let me tell you something about Sony. First of all, they're getting cocky as hell. That damn E3 was so trash.
It was.
The PSX the year before, they came out on couches and talked to each other like, shit, I don't want to do, what is this?
They're getting lazy because they know they're winning.
Yo, they're getting lazy as hell because they got 82 million freaking consoles. So, like, come on, guys, please stop with that. Anyway, Spider-Man, listen. Size Game of the Year, Spider-Man is dropping in September. Even how you gonna play that with Forsaken anyway? Spider-Man is dropping.
It's gonna be tough.
Spider-Man is dropping. Now, this is what scares me a little bit. It said it's gonna see because I think God of War is gonna win based off the story and the graphics, but they said Spider-Man is gonna have a dense story that explores multiple human relationships with Aunt May, with like other characters, with him being a scientist. So they said the story is gonna be deep. You
I
can
think you're gonna like run into other like Spider-Man variants. Like they're not
Oh,
gonna be
really?
yeah they're not gonna be Spider-Man per se, but they might be the person, like that person will exist in the game. I think.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, that has me kind of worried. But like Hawk said, PS4 exclusives are trash. So I'm expecting Spider-Man to be trash.
I tweet that out every day. So
Let me stop.
I can't wait for. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and the game looks fantastic to me. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
But question though, Knight. So, you know how like I'm doing Detroit, on Mixer. So how
100% stream Spider-Man.
yeah, you think right?
Do it. Yeah, people
Yo,
love to watch those games, man.
I feel.
But let me
I
ask
feel
you
like
guys
that'd be cool.
let me ask you guys a question about Mixer. Like, so I know it sounds stupid, but Mixer is a Microsoft kind of platform, right? Like they have the
it's
rights
owned by Microsoft. Yeah, it's owned. It started off as Beam, and now it's owned and operated by Microsoft. So like every Xbox console out there has a Mixer dashboard, just like it has Twitch. You look at PlayStation, they've got a Twitch dashboard. You can stream right from your PlayStation, obviously with the was it PS Live or whatever it's called. Or, yeah, and you can do the same thing with Xbox. Microsoft allows you to stream right from your console either to Mixer or Twitch, so they allow both.
Damn.
Yeah, and so that's why you get a more of an influx of Microsoft. It's not all because there's a lot of PC players out there that stream on Mixer. It's just you get more viewership from people on an Xbox console.
Right.
Damn, that's so. All right, shout out Fly. Got to make a store run. Good
Fly,
stuff.
see you
Hey,
later, bud.
appreciate you, Fly. He said he'll see you when Nitehawk goes live. Word up. Because I was thinking like if you're streaming a Spider-Man or a God of War on Mixer, is it kind of like? I mean, I guess there's no harm, no foul. They're like, screw it, you guys can do it if you have the capture.
No, actually, in fact, Microsoft. I mean, it's a platform. Mixer is a streaming platform. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, we're only like Microsoft fanboys here. Like, of course they promote a lot of it, but they they got the relationships with the Sony developers where they get like okay, so with the first week, say Black Ops 4 came out, right?
Yeah.
The beta, the beta came out like that. I think that was what PS4 only the first weekend.
Yeah, because they have,
so there was tons of people.
Sony has the special relationship.
Yeah, well, Mixer was giving the partnered streamers review codes, so they could actually get on there. And like even a buddy of mine, Ninja Bear, he was playing it, and so like they were able to get like codes like that and stuff. So yeah, I mean they definitely. I mean it's a business.
I mean that's smart. Yeah, that you have. Who's gonna be like, no, you can only stream. Well, they couldn't do that because there's no games.
Yeah, you're right. It's a streaming platform.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Real quick, PS4 hit 82 million sales. It's approaching. PS3 sold 84 million lifetime, so PS4 is going to pass that. I don't know if it's going to pass PS2, which is the greatest selling console of all time, at 102.5. So we'll have to see.
I didn't know it was that high.
Yo, PS2 is 102.5 million. So, but you got to think, you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, the next gen is coming within the next 2 years.
Yeah, it's coming quick. The new PlayStation and Xbox is 2 years away.
Yeah, I'm assuming because didn't Xbox say they're already working on the next gen?
Yep.
I think honestly, if everybody's thinking about it, you have to be. If you're not, you're falling behind, man.
Yo, yeah, you have to be. You have to be. Forsaken's getting closer, as we mentioned earlier, for sure. Nintendo news and Sony, we're going to talk about on the next podcast. We'll talk about all the titles that are going to be dropping both, in the fall and winter. Yeah, in the fall and winter. And then, Sai, you want to hit Nintendo real quick?
Yeah, real quick. Diablo 3 is a large game. I mean, this game has been out for a long time. It's really old, but it still has a crazy following and player base.
Damn, that's crazy.
And they announced that Diablo 3 is actually going to be releasing on the Switch, which I think is pretty cool because you're going to open up the game to new players, potentially.
Damn.
Or you have current players that can play Diablo 3 on the go because it's a mobile system.
Damn. Diablo, this is going to be amazing on Switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's gonna be pretty
Jake
cool.
has a Switch.
I don't know.
Shout out to Jake. He must have a
He must
Yeah,
Switch.
Jake has a Switch. Yeah.
Oh, word. Yo, I got to get one of those. Hopefully, I don't have to buy a side one.
You're
This gotta be,
definitely, you're
this God
definitely
of War
buying it.
better
Dude,
win.
Smash is winning Game of the Year, and you're buying me a Switch.
Bruh,
This is
bruh,
what's
let me
gonna
tell
happen.
you something. Yo, if Smash wins Game of the Year, I'm taking my leopard fanny pack and the fuchsia fanny pack, both with quarters, and busting that ass. Listen, okay. So real quick, other Nintendo news, come on. Nintendo hasn't like come out with a game all year. I mean, what's that called? The one Octopath Travel or whatever. That was actually pretty good, I heard. But Nintendo's very dry this year. But I'm assuming that they think they're gonna like run the year when December 7th comes, because that's when Super Smash is coming out. They just came out with a direct on August 8th. All these new battle modes, 3v3, 5v5, all these basically you can almost play with like every character ever. Waluigi's not in it, which people are mad about, but yeah, Jake said it's a good game.
They like teased Waluigi, but then didn't drop it.
Yeah,
it was like a weird I don't know.
It was like a teaser. Yeah, it was. It's so Super Smash. I think everybody, Hawk. I'm assuming you played Super Smash at some point.
Oh yeah, 64.
And everybody's a fan. Like I haven't met anyone who's like Smash sucks. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know. But I think the game's gonna be crazy fun. It like always is, but it can't be a game of the year contender because no multiplayer game has. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Overwatch. Yeah. So anyway, Super Smash is going to be good. If it beats God of War, I will literally like live stream me jumping into a highway. I don't know. I'll be so pissed.
Just make sure you land on fatal fields.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh my God. Some general news.
So speaking of Fortnite, they disabled the rifts in Fortnite. It was the season 5, because I guess it started breaking the game. They're having a lot of issues with it. So if you enjoyed the rifts, they are gone at the moment, and they brought back the GOAT game mode, sniper shootout. It's my favorite.
You love that, right?
It's the best. It's because it's so derpy.
It's so stupid.
It's so derpy because like you can only use a sniper rifle, so people are just jumping around hoping.
What about that close range, close range gunfight?
It's out of control. It's the only game mode that like made me log back into Fortnite.
Damn.
And Battlefield 5 dropped a new trailer, and they're teasing a battle royale mode.
Guys, I want you to know that's not my Battlefield.
Hashtag
not my Battlefield.
I only play games with men in it.
Dude,
I don't believe.
Oh God, I forgot about that. That was a big thing, wasn't it?
Guys, this is not my Battlefield. If I'm playing Fortnite and I get a female character, I shut the game off, close application. No, I'm just joking. It's so stupid. Like you can't play as a female. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't get it. But was it always intended to be in the game, or is it because Black Ops announced it and they're like, oh, let's add this game mode?
That's a good. Either way, I hope it's not something that they tacked on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a tacked on.
Like a Me Too. Yeah.
And Hawk, tell me if you're with me. I'm actually, Fortnite is mad fun, and I'll play it if all the boys are on, but I would never get on my console to play Fortnite, and I'm already tired of Battle Royale.
I honestly
Hawk, how do you feel like?
Yeah, so like I like playing games like that with friends. I'm not very good at it. Like I suck at it, so it's like, wow, it's like even if I wanted to stream it, like everybody wants to watch me just die like as soon as I land, you know, like that's not fun. But when you play with friends, it's a lot of fun, you know.
It's a good time.
And I heard something interesting. So you think of like when Halo came out, right? They had the whole like Team BRs, and I guess you call it like the Team Deathmatch, like Call of Duty games, right? Those were the things for so long. What if I mean, I'm not saying it is, but what if Battle Royale is the new team deathmatch? Like, what if that's the new type of game that everybody wants to play? Like, we may not want to play because we're like, I grew up on team deathmatch style. I like playing where you go and you just shoot and you keep going till you win. But I'm just wondering, like, is it? I'm not saying it's here to stay, but for like a good while, do you think that's going to be the new type of game mode? I'm sick of it just as much as you guys are. I'm ready for it to be done. But what if that's
that's an interesting question.
See. People, it's people think it's a fad, but like I feel like people thought team deathmatch was a fad, and it's lasted throughout. So that's actually a great question. Like, is Battle Royale going to be the new thing for the next 15 years? And if it is, you can find me on
drinking every night.
Find me on them single player games, bro. Story mode, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't.
Nitehawk, what would be your thoughts if you logged into Forsaken and you saw Battle Royale?
Uninstall.
Right. Yo, it's Battle Royale only?
Yo, Battle Royale Crucible. You got to reset it 9 times.
Contact Blizzard and Microsoft. Be like, I know I bought this game, but can you just remove it from my account, please? That'd be great.
For real. Do you guys? Real question. Do you think Destiny is gonna dabble in that Battle Royale?
I hope not,
dude. I hope not. I really. Yeah.
I feel like it would trigger like Destiny fans.
Well, have you heard? So, like, I don't know. Did you hear about the Gambit game mode try? Did you hear about that?
What's that
coming out? So it's basically just real quick. It's combining PVE and PvP. So imagine you have like two teams, right? And imagine you have a visible wall in between you, and you're like fighting like PVE enemies, right? You're trying. There's like a whole like task that you have to do. But at some point, a portal will open up where you can send one player from your team into the other team's side to kill the entire team. And it's pretty cool. So it combines both. It's not like a BR mode, but like things like that.
Is this for Destiny?
Yeah, it's the game mode that was at Guardian Con, but ended up being like 9 hours,
7 hours
to play it.
Yo, that actually Battle Royale, like that stuff like that's tweaked sounds cool. Like
BR is just not fun, man.
Yo, shout out to I Am Darkness 25. What up, Nitehawk?
Welcome.
Yo, Darkness, what's up, buddy?
Yo, welcome to the stream, bro. Hey. Yeah, so I think to me that sounds cool. Like a tweaked Battle Royale, like dropping 100 people in and it's like, oh, God, kill each other. I'm like tired of that already. But certain situations,
Gambit's gonna be cool though because it's mixing like two different styles of how you play Destiny.
Yeah.
No, that's actually really cool. Like I actually that sounds good to me.
They have a trailer on it. I definitely suggest you watch the trailer on Gambit.
All right, word. So we're getting towards the end of the show, and I know Nitehawk, aka that ninja though, he has to stream, so we're gonna keep and then we'll set you free with your VIP pass to CutCon 2019. Hey. So real quick, just some general questions. So just for our listeners and all that stuff, what brought you into gaming in general, and what was your earliest or greatest memory in gaming?
Yeah, so for me, like honestly, like I grew up like my dad had like the original Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, we had the Sega, we had all those consoles growing up. But my first actual like console that was my own was the original PlayStation, and that's what I had back the day. You remember was it Parappa the Rapper and the original Resident Evil, like those games, the original Grand Theft Auto, dude, where it was like 2D, like you're looking up, dude. Those were like the best, man. And so I played those, but really where I really got into gaming would be like my cousin Jake, he's in chat, but like we used to play Halo together, things like that we like, that's what brought us together as family and cousins. Like we were always super close, and I remember like we would literally bring all our Xboxes together. We'd have a little switch and we'd do LAN parties, and we just play, and we'd be like in different rooms, and we'd be yelling down the hallway like your shit's weak, and we'd just be like talking trash. Like I remember one time, dude, my favorite moment was his brother Dylan. Like these they're like, I don't know, a few years younger than us or whatever, and they're sitting there and they're like on this like couch, and they're just quiet and calm, and then they're on a team, and then we got like other teams, and they're literally just wiping the floor with us, dude. Just literally
Damn.
like shotguns and swords and just killing us. And like we're all like getting so pissed off and angry, and here's these two young punks just wiping our ass, dude. But that was fun. Like we just love that kind of stuff, and that's what got me into gaming was them. Like their dad, like he got me into gaming a lot. Like it was just something that we had as a family, so it's more of a family thing.
So
that's
like,
what got me.
It was the competitive nature of gaming.
Oh
that
yeah,
got you
heck
into
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I played story games and stuff, but I love the competitiveness of it. It was fun.
Yeah. See, and I feel like a lot of times, like I totally agree with you, Hawk. It's like it's a family thing, or like your dad or something. It's like some kind of family thing, or usually people talk about, my cousin, my brother. Like it's usually like a family member, and you start getting, you get that feeling, and it just fucking stays with you, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always been a part of me, and it will always be a part of me. So
yeah.
Hell yeah. Real quick. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to question 2.
Yeah.
So how long have you been streaming, and what motivated you to get into streaming?
So I was on Twitch for what, a year maybe? So like April this year would have been. I can't remember if it was. I can't remember.
Sorry. Side question. What brought you to Twitch in the beginning?
All right. So well, I always watch. Like, so I never even knew about Twitch until like I started playing Destiny. So Destiny brought me to Twitch. It was like Gothalion and Broman, those guys watching.
That was my reason also. I used Twitch as like a LFG in a way.
Yeah, I just did it to watch people raid, like, and it was always like I don't know a lot of people knew this, but like Broman and Goth, when they were like when they were streaming, like before like they really took off, they would just do raids with viewers all day. Like they wouldn't do chat, but they would do raids with viewers all day, which was kind of cool. Like to see that, like obviously they're past that point and they're branched more out variety, but that's what brought me was Destiny. Okay, and I never thought like about content creation honestly until I met ZG. Like I had tried like in the past, like I maybe hit live for my console, but I was like, oh, this is kind of boring. Nobody's here to talk to me, you know? And but I honestly didn't until I met you guys, and then you guys started, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a shot. Like, like and it's all that whole networking process, right? Making friends and
that to me, that is the best part, just meeting new people.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the great. I feel like Destiny's the perfect game for streaming because randoms will come in and be like, yo, can I jump in with you? Like when I'm playing God of War, I'll have a random come in and just be like, swing your axe harder, and I'm like, thanks buddy, and like they leave. And I'm playing by myself for the next 6 hours. If I say anything, that's why I'm trash on Twitch. But
did you swing it harder though?
I tried my best, but I missed. Anyway, and so you're saying, so Hawk, you're saying like just watching people that kind of motivated you to get into it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, honestly, like seeing ZG's community, like the photobomb, like a big part of that. Size, big part of that. I mean, we're all big part of that, and it's like seeing that, like it kind of like motivated me to like, I want to form something like that. I want to be able to network, and it's not one of those things where it's like, honestly, for me, streaming is more of like an escape. Like it helps fight, depression. It helps fight work stress. I mean, a lot of things. It's just like you're gonna go have fun, you're gonna game, and you're gonna have like meaningful conversations with people, and you make friendships, and that's what I enjoy. I work in sales, so I'm constantly like developing relationships with customers, and so like I love that aspect of making friendships. So that's kind of what drew me to it.
Damn, that's really cool, man. That's really cool. The next question, you kind of touched on this, but what was really like the impetus to move from Twitch to Mixer? Like I kind of know, but can you just elaborate like why you went from Twitch to Mixer?
Yeah, so you look at Twitch, right? I mean, they've had that growth is just insane. The amount of people, even since Ninja's taken off, right? You look at just the exposure to streaming in general, but look at what it's done for Twitch. I mean, you have all these people that probably really wouldn't have cared about Twitch Prime before he started promoting it more. So now you got all these, I get guys I work with, they're like, you ever heard of Ninja? I'm like, no, I've never heard of him, and it's just funny, because like these guys, like they don't play video games, but their 10-year-olds are talking about it, and so, it's just very saturated, right? I mean, you had the affiliate program come out and I was a part of it, and it was a great thing, right? I mean, everybody got a sub button and you're like, cool, I get emotes and all those things. Which was awesome. And it's not, and I'm not knocking it as a great thing, but it was just hard for me to gain traction. Like, because now look at all the people you're competing with, right? I've seen a guy. I'm not gonna call him out, but I know a guy literally started streaming on Twitch within like a month, had a affiliation, and did sub only chat mode. I was like, who the hell does that? Like, dude,
wow.
you have 100 followers and you're doing sub only chat mode. I'm like, that's not how that works. Bro. Like, you're not Ninja, you know, like like, he does that for a reason because of trolls. But they do things like that, and so it just kind of like it just made me think like, wow, this is going to be really hard to grow over here. And so I was listening to Broman's podcast, the Ask Broman podcast one day, and he was just talking about like, guys, if you're looking to really grow, look at these other platforms. And it's like, you know, he's Twitch is his home, but he's like, just try, like, if you're not gaining traction, go try somewhere else and see if you gain some traction. And if you do, then stick with it. If you don't, go back or try something different. Like the biggest thing you could do is if not even say if you fail at something, but if you don't do as well at something, try something different. Like, it's not going to hurt you. And that's ultimately why I switched. Is it was like, all right, I honestly kind of got, and Sai could probably even tell you too, like, I didn't really stream a whole lot on Twitch towards the end because I just got burnt out, man.
Yeah.
I just got burnt out, and I'm like,
it gets in your head for sure.
It does. It's tough, man. It's one of the hardest things to do is talk to yourself when you got an empty chat. It's the hardest thing to do is talk to yourself.
It's the most difficult aspect of it.
It's tough.
Guys, listen. I know.
You get it. I get it.
Nah, but yeah, no. Twitch is. See, and I do it for different. Like, I turn it on basically to record my gameplay. Like, that
was the reason why I started too. I just wanted like to look back and see, kind of like a teaching thing. Like, what did I do wrong in certain scenarios?
I just do it to record the gameplay, and because I have a record of me doing certain things. It's just cool. I send videos to like my pops and stuff. But if and like you said, Hawk, it's a stress reliever, and I think building a community, like the way you're grinding on Mixer is crazy to me. Like, it's so cool. I just know, like, I just don't have the time to do that. And like, so I just throw it on and you guys, sometimes you come through, like, it's so cool to have you guys come through for sure. But I don't do it for like, I'm not trying to build, I'm just doing it as like a stress release. So to me, it's cool. And like, Fly comes through, Hawk, you come through, Sai comes through, and it's like, it's fun to have you guys just come through and be like, yeah, what's up, Cuck? We still got my CuckCon tickets, but it's just a cool thing to do. But I want to. So Sai, you want to hit him with the next one? You kind of answered the first part.
Well, I just have another side question for 3. At what point, streaming on Mixer, did you decide I want to stay here?
Well, honestly, like, I left Twitch and I was kind of like, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was at a crossroads.
From the jump, you were like, I'm Mixer.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Like, this is my last shot to try streaming. Like, if it works out, great. If it doesn't, I'll just, I'm still, I still continue to support my friends and all that stuff. But I was like, all right, all my focus will be and it is, well, I guess we'll wait till the question 4. But yeah, there's a lot of challenges that come with it, right? I mean, just like everything. But
I was just gonna say, and it's a testament to you, but it's cool seeing a lot of the Twitch people coming over.
Oh, yes, a lot of friends that we already we know. We got you, Fly, and ZG, and
it's really cool seeing all these like Twitch people downloading the Mixer app just so they can come in and say what's up.
Yo, I legit went on Mixer for you and Sai, because like you guys were like, man. So the Monday I was like, yo, Mixer Mondays, and then the next Monday I downloaded whatever it was, and I made like a little name, and then I popped in there, and like, it, to me, Mixer looks like a cooler version of Twitch.
Yeah.
Like
the layout is I feel like is more user friendly for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good bad. I just feel like Mixer to me gives me more tools to be more interactive with my chat, and like there's a lot. I mean, we could talk about it for a while, but we'll kind of keep it short here. But to me, I feel like they give me more tools to like be interactive. They give you more tools. Like, I got a feature last week. Like, I was on the front page of Mixer.
Yo,
like,
I saw that.
Nobody
That's so
like
crazy.
Nobody. I mean, on Twitch, like, you have to like, and I get it. Twitch is like huge. But like ZG and I have been talking about, like, he has to schedule it, and which I guess is kind of good thing, since then
Yeah.
right? I didn't know I was getting this. So I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm staying up till 2 in the morning now because I got, when you get that feature, you're like, yeah, I want to keep it going. I got the momentum rolling. I want to keep, I want to
Oh
keep
hell
it
yeah,
going
you
as much
can't
as I
log
can.
off.
Yeah, like you want to keep it going, but like I never would have
Now,
ever
will it
expected that.
switch off of you and go to somebody else?
Yeah, so
while
I
you're
think
still live?
yeah, while I'm still live. Yeah, so
Okay.
I think how it works is like I could be wrong. Maybe
kind of like the hype zone in Fortnite will just keep bouncing from stream to stream.
Yeah, like maybe an hour. A feature would last an hour. So basically, you're one of 5 streams that people see when they open up the mixer. Like you're one of the 5 ones they see there.
That's awesome.
And then of course they have different things like up and coming. So they give you so many avenues to find the content that you want to find by either games, stream teams are really cool too. Like you don't have to be partnered to start a stream team. You can start a stream team.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You can start a stream team and then like Hey Magic did that, right? And like all these content creators like, hey, I want to be a part of it. He's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And there's all sorts of stream teams out there that are really good. I feel like the tools they give you.
So
I'm more excited about them.
The D2 like mixer crew. That's
a stream team. Okay. Yep, that's a stream team. Yep,
that's cool.
And essentially, it's like a community, but yeah, it's a stream team. Like so, if somebody says, hey, I want to search and I want to search by teams, it'll literally list the team that has the most viewers and then go on down the list there. So like if you have more viewers in your stream team, like people, if they want to find people by teams, they can click on that team and then they can see all the people that are streaming and check people out that way.
Damn, dope. The D2 mixer crew, I like that shit. That shit sounds tough.
Yeah, that was Ninja Bear and AC Thomas came up with that. Like actually, it was Sean Bartley was part of it too. Like if you guys know Sean,
he's from Twitch, right?
Yeah, actually he's on Mixer now though. Yeah, he's on Mixer. Yep. Yeah, and it was just funny. They were like, they tweeted out one time. They're like D2 Mixer crew, and they're like, dude, that sounds sick. And so they created this thing called D2, and anybody can join it. It doesn't matter. I mean, even if you just want to find it's literally just a Discord. I could send you the link. So it's just a Discord. Yeah. And then you just say, hey, look, I want to join it. And yeah, you can do that. Like
I don't know how much Destiny I would play on Mixer, but
dude, it's not just for stream. It's used a lot for LFG, honestly. Like if you're looking for people to play with. Yeah, we use it a lot. Yeah. So it's
yeah, that's dope.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, this is like one of the last questions. What is the most challenging part of being on Mixer or just streaming in general, and like what is the most rewarding to you in your mind? Like you've built this community, 1,000 followers in 4 months, like, but it's not even that, like the people you have, they like love you. So what are the challenges? Like if you're talking to like a beginning streamer right now that's listening, like what's the most difficult part and what's the best part?
Yeah. So the challenges are like, for me is just like, and I think you guys could probably relate, is the time, right? Like, I work a full-time job. I've got a wife. I've got a 2.5-year-old daughter. Like, I'm trying to make sure I spend and give them my time. Got to make sure I give time to my job. I got to, and then also build that community with what I have, right? And then you're also, a big aspect of streaming is networking, right? Being active in other people's communities, getting to know them. It's building like ZG, right? I got to know Cytex Fly, you. I knew all you guys. You became my friends because through a stream, getting to know you guys, playing video games, all those kinds of things. And so that's the biggest thing is, okay, how do I find enough freaking time in the day to do all that, right? And I tell people a lot, like, so I got AT&T now. I bought the unlimited internet. But so a lot of things I do during the day is I will just like pull up 10 streams and I'll just leave them on during the day. I may not be in there, but if I could at least provide a view to those people, I'll at least try. Yeah, an open tab. I'll try to do that, right? So that was, to me, is the most difficult part. As well as there's some days, and I'm sure you guys have felt like it. It's like you got so much cloudiness of life. Sometimes it's hard to hit that go live button, man, because you're like, man, I'm stressed. I'm like tired. Like, do I have the energy? But the most rewarding part, this is what goes in the most rewarding part for me, is that like when I hit that go live button, even if there's like one or two, like Fly's always, there's one or two people that are always there when I hit the go live button. And it's like, those people like make a valid effort to say like, I want to be there because he's live and I want to watch him. And so to me, that is what is rewarding and motivates me to hit the button to say like, those people are there and I want to be there for them. Like they're taking time out of their day to be there. And to me, that's a deep thing to say, like, that's who I want to be there for. Those people that go live, that are there when I hit that go live button. So
awesome.
So that's the most rewarding, and just I'm having a blast, man. I'm making friends. Like we did a multi last night with Captain Robert and a guy named Radio Meg. It was just the funnest time, man. It's just hilarious.
Have you ever
just
played
the
with them
last.
before? Was that like the first time?
So I played in another co-stream. That's another thing I love about Mixer's streams, that they do offer. I played Black Ops. Actually, no, I didn't even know. I've never done a co-stream with Robear before or a Radio Mang, but we did play a little bit of Black Ops together.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was the first time playing with those guys, and we just had a blast, man. It was fun. Yeah, it's really cool.
What's his name? Who I've met through you on Mixer, is a cool dude. What's his name? Snug
Samurai. Yeah,
Snug. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah, he came from Twitch, so he was Twitch yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people, honestly, that are on Mixer, the whole journey started. So a lot of people just made the jump. And there's actually an interesting statistic that was, I think it was last week, and I think ZG hit on it too, was Mixer had over last quarter 64% increase in number of streamers and viewers on that platform. Christ. Like that tells you, like right now, like it's growing, and that's why I'm excited. Is I'm on the ground floor, right? I'm ground floor of it. Partnership is very obtainable.
Exciting part of Mixer, 100% is getting there before it blows up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and there's good and bad things, right? Like anything, when it grows, when Twitch was Justin TV, it was probably the same way. And now you look where it's going to happen. Everything happens that way. Right. You know, like it's going to get more complicated, but I'm excited to be there, you know, at this point.
That's awesome.
That's so dope. Real quick, just to get this out of the way, we're looking forward to Forsaken September 4th, and then Spider-Man September 7th, I think, and then we'll get to those on the other podcast. But real quick, Hawk, so tell the people what's your schedule, and are you streaming tonight?
Yeah, so my typical schedule is, I had to like set back a little bit, but my schedule that going forward, I guess from here is Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I stream 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern time on Mixer. And Fridays and Saturdays are just basically if we're out of town or we got plans. It just depends what time I'll stream, and that's why I tell people, like, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Discord. I'll tell you when I'm going to be streaming, and if I got time, I'll go live. And yeah, I'm planning on doing like a little late night stream tonight. After this, I'll be going live. Yeah.
All right, word. So you're going to be going live tonight.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, word. Perfect. Like right after the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go pour a beer, but yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go. Everybody from the podcast, we're gonna go over to Hawk's stream, because I'm actually throwing my Twitch thing on and too. But we actually have one more question. So this is one of the questions that we had last week. So a very, very important question. So I really want you to, Hawk, to just think about this for a second. Take your time. How do you remain attractive to your wife after playing video games every night? Go ahead.
It's okay. I'll give you this. It is tough, man. Like it. Okay, so my wife, until I got in. Okay, this is another thing. Until I got into streaming, she hated Destiny.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this at Garden Con. Like, there's literally a support group for women called Wives of Destiny. Like, there's a Twitter out there. Like, you should look it up sometimes, right? It's funny, dude.
God.
Like they'll do like memes. Like, he said new raids coming out. She, like, rolls her eyes and shit like that. Like, it's so funny. But she hated it because, like, I played. Look how many hours I put in this game. I put so many hours into it.
You got mad hours.
And now it's like, so again, like, it's like everything, right? You got family. So you're putting video games before me or my family, like, like you have a responsibility, right?
Yeah,
everybody's got a responsibility, and so now it's like she sees, like, she's met Sai and ZG, all these guys, like she's met these guys and said, like, wow, these are really cool friendships that he has. So she's more supportive of it. But dude, man, trust me, and I was like, I love beer, I love playing video games, but I'm like, I need to maybe have one less beer, or like, and I'll do like date nights with her, like, you gotta make sure you treat the missus right, happy wife, happy life. We all know.
Hell yeah, that's straight facts,
dude. You have to, man.
For real.
So,
for real, no, that's so tight. Yeah, no, definitely, we definitely, date nights and all that stuff, and that's mad funny. But I just want to say, we really sincerely, from the bottom of our hearts, appreciate you coming on here. Like,
thank you for having me, man.
This has been a dope podcast, and like, this has just been amazing, man, to have you on here and to see, like, and my thing, like, I come at things from a humanitarian perspective. Like, you're a genuinely good dude, and I love seeing good things happen to good people. So like the fact that you're blowing up on Mixer and just keep it going, man. Like I joke, but one day I'm like, I know that guy. Like when you're going to Nitehawk Con and all that shit. So
right. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen, but
you're a great dude, man, and we really appreciate you coming on our
it was a blast
our podcast, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got this on. I know we talked about it before, but
we tried to have.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been
but no, this has been dope. I didn't want to, we don't want to hold you up too much long because me and Sly talk your damn head off because we love this game and shit. So
here's a quick question I got. What can I do? What can my community to help support your guys' podcast? I've got a little cool command in there, and I try to put that in there.
He does have.
But what can I do to help? Because this is great. I mean, there's conversations and. It's just like everything, networking, exposure. What can we do as a community? Obviously, when you're live, you don't try to be here as much as we can. But is there anything particular you guys have said like, hey, this would be a huge help? Is there anything we could do to help you guys?
That's a good question. I would say mainly following our Twitter and kind of just even if you don't have the time to listen, you can always listen back on YouTube. Like every episode is on YouTube. And if you can just do a simple like or a simple retweet on Twitter, I think that would help big time. I feel like because it's basically comes down to word of mouth,
Yeah.
So the more people that click the heart or hit the retweet, and you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to be here live every time, but just knowing that. It's there for you when you do have that chance to listen. It would be big,
And Hawk, we appreciate you even asking the question. And so, like with you and just what we're trying to do, we're trying to build our podcast, starting off with our family and friends. Like when episode 1, we had like my brother came, and now we have just from you being here. Is helping us tremendously because like I just met Jake. I am Darkness is in the chat, Flies in the chat. So like you just being here is so dope. And other than that, like you just hitting us on Twitter and like we said with the YouTube, just a view and a like goes a long way. I mean, you don't even have to comment. You can if you want to, but like I said, any retweets, any favorites, and Twitter is really kind of how people can access the podcast and people. I just want to clarify this for the people. Some people are like, your podcast was 2 hours. All the good podcasts I listen to are mad long. They're not meant to be. They're meant to be listened to like while you're driving, while you're cutting the lawn, nobody like really sits down and like at least I don't sit down and listen to a podcast because I listen to the podcast. So if you're just listening to it or so anything anyone can do to just mention it, hit the like, hit the retweet. If you happen to if you're streaming and you're like, oh, Friday Night Gaming Podcast, go listen. Like we just do stuff all the time. Like I'll be on Twitter and I'll be like, shout out to Nitehawk or ZG or like, yo, Fly just started his Twitch. Go see it. Like so, just even the mention is like amazing. Like, you being here is amazing. Like we've gotten like I don't even know how many subs so far just from you being here and like. So this is amazing, man. So just keep doing what you're doing. And if you have the time to retweet us or like a comment, whatever, definitely. Like that's the most like that would be unbelievably tremendous.
Word of mouth is mega powerful, man.
I got something up my sleeve, so don't worry. I got something up my sleeve.
And also listen, you know what? If you could make a guest appearance at CutCon 2019,
100%,
that would be. We'll even throw in another fanny pack on top of the one that you get for showing up. So
not
like
one, but
that
I will be there
packs.
only if I have a pair of size New Balances autographed by Scythex. That's the only way.
Done deal. I can confirm that. He'll sign both tongues on each shoe for sure. And so we really appreciate you being here, man. This is really a dope episode. And real quick before you go, if there's anything you want to say. Or just tell the people, where they can find you on Twitter and the Mixer.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at is at NitehawkMX and then mixer.com/NitehawkMX. Those are the easiest ways to get a hold of me and keep listening to this podcast, people. They got a good thing going. It's exciting to see good friends. Like it took a lot for you guys to step up and say, like, we're gonna put ourselves out there and do this. And so you guys doing this, dude, it's so cool to know friends that like you guys are on episode 18 right now, like 18 episodes. That's insane. Like that's cool. Like you have the ability to like, do that. And it's not even like you guys are, or like I saw you guys are work, you know, you guys have a good organization and it kind of just flow, you know, it's just something to flow off of, which is smart. But you know, you guys go in directions and you guys just do a good job. So I would say you guys are doing a great thing. Thank you for having me. This podcast is going places, man.
Seriously, Hawk, you're the man.
Definitely. Bro. All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys.
Well, again, I thank you for coming, and I can't wait to see what the future holds on your Mixer path.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for all your support too.
Yep,
I really do.
Anytime, bud.
All right. And cool. You want to do an outro real quick?
Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/Scythex and twitter.com/Scythex_. Mixer Mondays, Scythex, mixer.com.
Hey. And you can find me on Twitter at Trigun4848. Find me on twitch.tv/Trigun411. Again, if I get 3 followers, I'm going to hit you with a VIP pass to CutCon 2019. Listen, if you're not following Nitehawk on Twitter and you're not following him on Mixer, I want you to look in the mirror right now, slap the shit out yourself because there's something wrong with you. Go follow Hawk. He's the man. This is episode 18. Make sure you download us on all the platforms. And
a quick shout out to everybody that came through in chat today.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
You guys were tremendous. It was great seeing you.
Fly, Rock, Jake, I Am Darkness, everybody. Sean Lessard. Shout out to all the subs. Shawnza, shout out to all the subs that we gained. We really appreciate each and every one. Shout out to Nitehawk, the GOAT guest right now for sure. And we appreciate it. And we'll
talk to you next time, episode 19, roughly 2 weeks.
Hey, peace.
Peace.